I'm attorney Shouse. I have talked with literally thousands of people around the world who suffer from hernia mesh failure. I now represent many of them. There are 7 symptoms of hernia mesh failure that we see most often reported. 1. Bulging in the area of the mesh. I've had people come to me who literally had a bulge the size of a softball protruding from their stomach, which was from the mesh dislodging and causing massive inflammation. 2. A burning sensation in the area of the mesh. 3. Constipation and GI symptoms, especially with umbilical hernias. 4. Impotence, especially with inguinal hernias. 5. Nausea. 6. Lethargy, being tired all the time or having no energy. And 7. Almost always pain. Keep in mind, it's normal to experience post-operative pain in the days and weeks right after the implant surgery. But chronic pain that lasts for months or years is usually a sign that something is wrong. Moreover, the pain can set in years after the initial surgery. I've had clients who had the hernia mesh implant, were fine for more than 10 years, then suddenly began having debilitating pain. It's usually because the mesh is migrating or disintegrating and causing internal injuries. The frustrating part of this is that oftentimes the patient will go and report these symptoms to the original surgeon who did the implant and then get nothing but the runaround. The surgeon will say that these complications are normal. Go home, take some Tylenol, maybe some Vicodin, get some physical therapy, but learn to live with the symptoms. It's not the mesh, it's you. The fact is that these surgeons quite often do not want to admit that they put a dangerous device in your body. They want to justify what they did. And quite frankly, a lot of surgeons simply do not have the skill and the expertise to remove a failed mesh. It's one thing to place a hernia mesh. It's a much more complicated procedure to remove a mesh that has migrated and may be perforating vital organs. So I encourage everyone to get a CT scan to find out exactly what's going on with the mesh, and then to get a second and even a third opinion. Go to a doctor with experience and expertise in treating failed mesh, and never let any doctor tell you just to go home and live with debilitating pain and symptoms.